with people sending and receiving messages at the same time. To put it another way, communication is a two-way street. While one person is speaking, the other is listening, but they are also providing feedback in the form of smiles, head nods, and other gestures. The message. Not only does a message refer to the words said or the information conveyed, but it also refers to nonverbal signals such as facial expressions, tone of voice, gestures, and body language. Nonverbal behavior might add to the information conveyed by spoken communication. It can also disclose more about emotional attitudes that may underpin the substance of the speech in particular. Noise. In communication theory, noise has a unique meaning. It refers to anything that distorts the message in such a way that what is received differs from what the speaker intended. While physical noise can disrupt communication, other things are also classified as noise. In the context of interpersonal communication, the use of sophisticated jargon, incorrect body language, inattention, apathy, and cultural differences can all be termed noise. In other terms, noise can be defined as any distortions or inconsistencies that occur during a communication effort. Feedback. Feedback is made up of messages that the receiver sends back to the sender, allowing the sender to determine how accurately the message was received, as well as the receiver's reaction. Both unintended and purposeful messages may elicit a response from the receiver. Direct verbal utterances, such as "say that again, I don't understand," to subtle facial expressions or posture adjustments that may indicate to the sender that the recipient is uncomfortable with a message, are all examples of feedback. To improve communication, feedback allows the sender to regulate, adjust, or repeat the message. Context. The context in which communication takes place has an impact on it. However, in addition to considering the situational context of where the contact takes place, such as in a room, workplace, or possibly outdoors, the social context, such as the duties, responsibilities, and relative status of the participants, must also be considered. The communication will be influenced by the emotional climate and the participants' expectations of the engagement. Channel. The physical means by which a message is transferred from one person to another is referred to as the channel. The channels used in face-to-face interaction are speech and vision, but during a telephone call, the channel is confined to speech alone. Uses of interpersonal communication. Most of us interact in some type of interpersonal communication daily, and how successfully we communicate with others is a test of our interpersonal abilities. Interpersonal communication is an important life skill that can be applied to a variety of situations, including give and collect information, influence the attitude and behavior of others, form contacts and maintain relationships, make sense of the world and our experiences in it, express personal needs and understand the needs of others, give and receive emotional support, make decisions and solve problems, anticipate and predict behavior, and regulate power. 3. Group communication. What is group communication? The extension of interpersonal communication to the interaction of 3 or more interdependent members working to achieve a common goal. Organizational work provides many examples. As an extended form of interpersonal communication, many of the same purposes, factors, and limitations apply, but usually more impersonal and in an organizational setting like meetings, conferences, team activities, including sports. Advantages of working in groups. Group performance. The byword here is synergy, a mutually advantageous combination of complementary knowledge or skills that enhance the contributions of the other members and the whole. Member satisfaction. In a well-run group, everyone feels they have the opportunity to validate their perspective by having the opportunity to participate and be heard. Learning. Getting out of one's intrapersonal echo chamber provides exposure to new knowledge and experiences. Cultural understanding. Group work has the potential to expose members to frames of reference that differ from their own. Creativity. No creativity exists without influences from external factors and limitations that test our ability to respond with graceful and elegant solutions. Civic engagement. No organization or group exists within a vacuum, and eventually their actions create a ripple effect that influences the larger society as a whole. Disadvantages of working in groups. Time, energy, and resources. Attaining a consensus takes time, and the discipline to structure group work in a productive manner takes dedication and energy, also time. The process of conferring among group members also requires resources to meet in person or remotely. Conflict. This can refer to scheduling conflicts, conflicting goals, competition for resources, or office politics. People problems. Establishing a group structure to make the most efficient use of time and solicit input without appearing overbearing is an art. People with the necessary technical expertise might not have the best developed interpersonal or communication skills to express their ideas, so they need support to facilitate their contribution. 4. Mass communication. The process of conveying a message to a large number of dispersed audiences is known as mass communication. Information can be quickly conveyed to a large number of people who are normally remote from information sources using mass communication. Radio, television, newspapers, magazines, leaflets, and other forms of mass communication are used. The following section contains some examples of mass communication definitions. This concludes Lecture 2. Please join us for Lecture 3 as we explore the features of mass communications, those traits that distinguish them from other types of communication.